Welcome back. My name is Kaushik and you are watching Kaushik's Everyday English. English has a lot of confusing words like specially and especially, distinct and distinctive, complement complement and complement. You may wonder what's the real difference? When do I use this one or that one? And you may get confused about these words, and this can make you hesitate to speak English, and your English may not sound as that of advanced as that of the advanced English speakers. But don't worry, I'll find answers to your questions about these confusing English words in today's English speaking practice lesson. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The English language has many words which are similar. There are some verbs in English seem they're like, but there are some differences in their meanings and their uses. Let's look at the first example. Close and shut. We generally use both close and shut with doors and windows. For example, shut the door, or please shut the windows. Or you can say, I closed the window because the bugs were getting in, or I shut the window because the bugs were getting in. Now, with eyes and mouth, close is a little bit more common than shut, especially with mouth. For example, she closed her eyes and tried to sleep. Or the dentist asked me to close my mouth. But when we use shut with mouth, for example, shut your mouth, this is a very rude way of asking someone to stop talking. Or if I say that somebody closes his or her eyes to something that is wrong or bad and pretend as if they are not aware of it. In that case, we can use close. So how will I use close in that particular scenario? Look at this particular sentence. She closed her eyes to the problem in her relationship and now she is in a miserable marriage. Now, when we talk about a bank, store, or a post office not operating for its day, or if we talk about a road that is blocked due to some construction or damage, we use the word close instead of shut. For example, the bank closes at 4 p.m. When does the post office close? Or you can say the road is blocked due to snowstorm. So in this way, you can use close and shut in your English, and I think this will definitely help you. Let's move on to the second set. Start, begin. Now you can use both start and begin for an activity. For example, I started playing the piano when I was 8 years old. When or what time does the meeting start? Or you can say, he's beginning to read advanced books in English. Now, when you turn on a car or a vehicle, you can use start. For example, I had to call a mechanic because my car wouldn't start. In general, begin is used for more formal or abstract ideas. For example, scientists are studying how life began on Earth, or the Second World War began in 1939. So in this way, you can use these verbs start and begin. Let's move on to the next set. End and finish. Now, when something ends, it means it stops. For example, my English class ends at 7:30 p.m. Or I ended my relationship because I felt we had nothing in common. But when it finishes, it means it's completed. For example, she finished the test and gave it to the teacher. Or we need to finish painting the house. So in this way, you can use end and finish. The next set of verbs is equally interesting. Hear and listen. Now, hear is used for an action that you do accidentally. For example, did you hear that? It sounded like a gunshot. But listen is used for the action which you do intentionally. For example, I like to listen to the music. But hear is often also used for some intentional listening. For example, I heard an interesting show on radio last night. That means over here when I'm using heard, that is the past tense of hear, I actually mean I listened to. But over here I can use hear or heard. The word hear often refers to some communication. That means when you learn something because somebody told you. For example, I heard your daughter met with an accident. That means somebody told you, and that's how you came to know that her daughter met with an accident. So in this way, you can use the word hear. Finally, the expression hear from a person or a company means any type of communication from them. Could be a phone call, an email, or a letter. For example, I sent my application for the job, but I haven't heard from the company yet. That means you haven't got any type of communication from the company. The company hasn't sent you or has given you any response. So in this way, you can use the word hear. So friends, this is for today, and I hope you have enjoyed today's English speaking practice lesson, and this lesson will surely help you overcome the confusion about some confusing words in English. I would like to request you to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like today's video. I'll be back again with another interesting video for you. Till then, stay safe, love your family, love your parents and love yourself. Bye.